Could you please keep your hand up if you would be comfortable if a 13-year-old were to come onto Twitch and do an Amaranth bikini hot tub stream?
Then proceeds to show a video of Demon Mama talking about her literal e-stalkers. It's like these people don't even watch the videos it's like they don't even understand what the point of any of the screen caps are, what any of the overall thesis of the video is. They just completely glaze over that, and they're like, these people are mean and they're probably evil, and they this is definitely Nazi shit. It's really pathetic. Let's go. Let's watch Demon Mama Total Degeneracy. Now, if you guys don't remember who the person speaking is, a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago, I can't even fucking remember at this point, there were all those leaks that President Sunday posted out of a group chat. I was in that group chat. Jenny Matrix, the person who was in this video, was in that group chat. Brianna Wu was in that group chat. And it was basically a huge nothing burger that the entirety of the Demon Mama Present Sunday sphere latched onto and demanded. They demanded an apology for the horrible statements like criticizing people's appearances and shit like that. So that's the kind of like background to why this video was made. Jenny went on to Wick's stream, and there was a manifesto that did not go over as well as people had anticipated, to say the least. And so they decided to put things into a format so that they could kind of expose the people who were allegedly exposing them or ostensibly exposing them. And so this is, I think, the first video in a series, hopefully a series, of exposés on some of the people that are the biggest moralizers in the space. I have pre-watched this. It is pretty wild. So let's just watch it, I guess.
This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me?
I legitimately, unironically hate people like you with all my heart.
What?
Putrid concern trolls who cynically, childishly try to weaponize trans suicide to feel better than. Every it's on the planet towers above you in humanity. People like you are the worst of the worst.
You changed, Colonel.
This is Demon Mama. For those of you who don't know, Demon Mama is a far-left political YouTuber and trans activist, best known for her advocacy of dear gender.
What would be the problem with dear gender? Can anybody tell me if there would be a problem with dear gender? Is there anybody who could even do this? There would be nothing wrong with dear gender, because gender is a category of self-identification.
According to Demon Mama, what I wish they threw in here, okay? What I think would have been better is if they found that clip of her defending literally attack helicopter gender. Maybe they do, and I just don't remember because I only kind of listened to it passively earlier. So maybe they do show that clip, but good God, can you imagine how fucking funny it would be just to immediately blast them with the, attack helicopter
that means what you want it to mean.
If you're wondering, what the fuck is a dear gender? Then congratulations, because that should be the response of any mentally well-adjusted person. If you cast your mind back a decade or so, you might remember the halcyon days of the anti-SJW era. 4chan and Tumblr were at each other's throats over feminism, social justice activism, and non-binary genders. You might remember the I identify as an attack helicopter meme that was used to mock a lot of the trans stuff being pushed by the Tumblr crowd. Now, to anyone who isn't suffering from profound mental retardation, the idea of identifying as an attack helicopter is clearly a deranged fantasy that should...
Hold on. Do all British people say helicopter? Because that's something I've never... I guess I've never heard a British person say helicopter. Helicopter. They just make everything sound cartoonish. Am I the only one who thinks that they are losing power and influence? Literally no one gives a fuck about this, not even in political spaces. Who even follows this shit anymore? It's just fun to dunk on people who are bad people. That's why I'm here.
Should land you in a mental asylum. Unfortunately, we are not dealing with sane or rational people. Some of them, like Demon Mama, instead of rethinking their positions, have decided to double down. Not only does she quite literally believe you can be attack helicopter gender, or auti gender, that's autism gender, but also deer gender, or any other gender you want. To be fair to Demon Mama, we shouldn't judge her for one bad take, especially not when there are so many more we can judge her for. Like how she wants to get rid of capitalism and have everyone make their own medicine from scratch. I'm sure giving everyone a chemistry set and telling them to go and make their own chemotherapy isn't going to end badly at all. That sounds like a really great idea. She is also okay with literal 13-year-olds coming onto twitch.tv and doing naked hot tub bikini streams.
Could you please keep your hand up if you would be comfortable if a 13-year-old were to come onto Twitch and do an amaranth bikini hot tub stream?
God, this was so rough.
Okay, so like
this is so rough. The only person raising their hand is Demon Mama. Jesus fucking Christ. I cannot believe. Like,
could you
especially back in the hippy dippy days, the fucking crazy bullets Demon Mama would bite. No, that all lefties would bite in order to maintain their argument. It is fucking crazy to me.
Keep your hand up if you would be comfortable if a 13-year-old were to come onto Twitch and do an amaranth bikini hot tub stream.
No, but I can't.
Okay, so like that's the issue. So I guess Demon Mama would be okay with literal children coming onto the platform and like riding around and like
I don't know
with
enough
bikinis
about
and everything
Amaranth to say
but,
if that particular content creator.
Then why did you put your hand up?
She is also given a spirited, passionate defense of Lolicon. Now, Lolicon, for those of you who have been spared this cursed knowledge, is drawn child porn.
Wait, you're mad about lolly apologia? Wait, what? Vosh's chat? Wait, I don't know what's going on. He's arguing with chat about lollies? Okay, well, I don't know. Guys, who the fuck cares? It's fucking anime. Do you know what bullshit? Do you know what happens in fucking anime?
Did Dylan stop doing these panels because it was so retarded and irrelevant? I got that impression. There's probably a bunch of factors that went into Dylan stopping the hippy dippy. Part of it was probably the fact that there was a lot of retardation and irrelevant shit going on. Part of it was that he's moving into a more professional streaming environment and just professional life altogether. So if someone were to look him up, I think this is one of his big stated reasons. If someone looked him up while he's trying to get an interview with them, and the first thing that they see is, Destiny versus Demon Mama on pedocons or whatever the fuck, then they might not talk to him when they otherwise might have. So I think that was probably the biggest consideration. And then smaller considerations is it's really hard to be a panel host in a ton of different areas. The reaching out to people to get them on. There's the making sure those people actually show up. It's getting people who are all willing to speak to each other, because especially towards the end of at least the golden age of Twitch politics while I was there, right? In 2020 to early 2021, people were more willing to talk to each other, but after around that period, there was so many people who were ass mad about fucking everything that they, just said, I will never talk to this person again. So they have to, get an ensemble of 8 people together, all of which who are willing to speak to each other and don't have any conflicts.
Gore is cool though? What does that... Let me ask you this. If you are somebody who really hates lolly shit, and you think that that's super bad and it makes you into a pedophile or whatever, but you like gore, are you a serial killer?
No.
That's all I'm going to say. Fiction is fiction. It's not a false equivalency. How is that a false equivalency at all?
Why is it always child porn? Why is it always child porn with these fucking people? I swear to God. Every fucking time.
Guys, who the fuck cares?
Who cares? It's just drawings of children having sex, guys. There's nothing pedophilic about that whatsoever. Absolutely fine.
Fiction is fiction.
Fiction is fiction, after
Fiction is fiction. It's not, though. I don't think that... I think that... I would even say that there is a case to be made for people who watch, like, essentially, like, torture porn, that they might have something wrong with them. All right? Now, I think it's a lot less likely that someone is just into torturing people, like kidnapping and torturing them, than them having some weird, perversion towards children. I don't need to... Okay, hold on. Let me get a temperature check from chat. Do I need to censor myself from saying pedophile? You're probably a pedophile if you jerk it to Lolicon or Shota, okay? Yes, she's seriously defending liking... not just Lolita or Lolicon. Are those the same thing? Not just Lolicon, but like... Shota porn, like little boys, little baby boys.
after all. And what about all that?
Now, well, when I say torture porn, I don't mean like literal pornography of people getting tortured, right? Because that could be BDSM. I'm talking about like, like the Saw movies, right? That's torture porn. You're just like sitting there to watch people get tortured.
Violence in anime, Does liking that make you a serial killer? Checkmate, atheists. Demon Mama, I'm going to be very generous here and...
Sorry, last thing. Do you think they would defend watching racist media not making you racist? Absolutely not.
After all. And what about all that violence in anime, Does liking that make you a serial killer? Checkmate, atheists. Demon Mama, I'm going to be very generous here and assume that you're just retarded rather than a pedophile yourself, and I'll explain the problem to you. People jerk off to things that they are sexually attracted to. People who are sexually attracted to children are pedophiles. If someone is getting off to a depiction of a child, they are a pedophile. It isn't that complicated. I hope this helps. I really do. You might be wondering, what ulterior motives could Demon Mama have for defending this utterly degenerate shit? This is Demon Mama's partner. No, not Doe, the other one. This is Pseudofawn, one of Demon Mama's, girlfriends? I have no idea what this one identifies as, honestly. They talk about being a sheep a lot, so maybe Demon Mama's Welsh and that's just her thing. Who knows? Anyway, they're in a polyamorous relationship and they live together. And Fawn has taken to Twitter numerous times to talk about jacking off to Lolly, their love of Shotacon, and the huge collection of it that they have on their computer. Shotacon, for those of you who don't know, is a lot like Lolly, but instead of being hentai of prepubescent girls, it's hentai of prepubescent boys. The number of anime-related pictures you have on your computer is the number of years you will spend in hell. Pseudofawn, does hentai give me more or less years? Never mind, there's a lot of Shota in there. I'm fucked. I am extremely out of the loop in the world of pornography, probably because all I care about is trap and Shota doujins. Shota's traps and yaoi are best. Confirmation maximum.
Wait, that word is doujin? Huh. I always read it as doujin, but okay, whatever.
Shota's traps and yaoi are best. Confirmation maximum. You into cute little Shota dick, huh? Can anyone hook me up with about 4,000 drawings of traps, Shotas, and...
Shadow is right. Loli is just a character type. The issue is how it's used in anime, and if it's porn, then yeah, it's really bad. Yeah, no, exactly. That's the thing that I said earlier, right? That's the thing that I said earlier. There's someone in Chud's server earlier gave an example of a Lolita anime that I've seen clips from before. Maybe you guys know what it is. Like there's a scene of a girl doing a suplex to a goat, and then a scene of like an old man in a bulletproof vest suplexing a fucking deer, right? And see, that's probably fine, okay? That's just an anime? Yeah. A slice of life anime, but like the character design is like Lolita. right? But these people are specifically talking about what? Let's go back. I'm extremely out of the loop in the world of pornography, probably because all I care about is trap and shota doujins.
I am extremely out of the loop in the world of pornography, probably because all I care about is trap and shota doujins. Shotas, traps, and yaoi are best. Confirmation maximum. You and a cute little shota dick, huh? Can anyone hook me up with about...
So specific. Why would you say any of this stuff in public?
4,000 drawings of traps, shotas, and new halves. Thanks in advance. Baby dick is kind of an endearing term, TBH. Cute little ones deserve love too. Oh my god. Poju draws proportionally incorrect, unappealing peens on exaggerated bodies that don't make sense for males half the time. Sometimes they draw a nice, sound boy body, but they will never do the penises right. Guys, can we please have a serious conversation about the low-quality genitalia in the shota community? The real problem, of course, with all of this drawn child porn is that the dicks just don't look right. Seriously though, I do love that the implication of this complaint is that Fawn is upset that the dicks on these literal fucking children don't look childish enough for them.
Jesus
it's so
fucking
disgusting,
Christ.
man. I'm just gonna have sex with this 3-year-old non-human with demon-looking things coming out of her back. What am I even supposed to say about this one? I wrote an entire short story about incest, but it's okay, because they were aliens with a societal custom of pairing same-gender siblings, right? No, Fawn. No, it's not okay. None of this is okay.
Jesus Christ.
This is the opposite of okay. You know, it's pretty fortunate for Demon Mama that no one in her community, none of her mods, none of the other streamers she associates with, have any issues with Lolly at all. I'm sure they're all fully aware of her views on the topic, and I'm sure she privated the only stream of hers where she openly talks about this for entirely unrelated.
Oh, wait, hold on. I was only listening to this part before, so I didn't actually see all these screen grabs. 1 second. Let's see here.
No, it's not okay. None of this is okay. This is the
sure,
opposite of
SEA.
okay. You know, it's pretty fortunate for Demon Mama that no one in her community...
Dear Mama, since I know this is where all the Shu fans still lurk, I figured I'd give them the chance. My new video, Shu on Head fans won't watch this, blah, 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 blah. About the, I guess it's the Balenciaga stuff. Okay, groomer. And then they say, okay, pedo, you literally get off to drawn images of children. What's up with lolicons, aka pedos, calling LGBT people groomers? Okay, so her community must not have a problem with Lolita. Or lolicon. Fuck. Everything just went away. I just minimized goddamn every fucking window that I need open. Fuck my life. There we go.
See, none of her mods, none of the other...
It's time to stop. I saw this and it was a bridge too far. I had to hit the block button. Lolly defense is always a hard no for me. Uh-oh, Demon Mama's mod.
Streamers she associates with.
Is extremely, so 1, find a transphobic post, scroll up through their likes tab. 3, they're a pedophile. It's extremely common. Most of the people that roll up in my mentions with shitty opinions on my appearance are just a quick scroll to find them coming over Loli. Is it Loli, Lolly, whatever? Projection is a motherfucker.
I have any issues with Lolly at all.
Oh, gay fash. Holy shit, that whole thread is just coping because they actually want to defend people who essentially make Loli art? Okay.
I'm sure they're all fully aware of her views on the topic, and I'm sure she privated the only stream
I like anime, but anime fans make me actively take less of an interest because they scare me. They always seem a moment away from being racist or defending Lolly.
of hers where she openly talks about this.
If a pedophile calls someone a man-child, is that flirting? Zing. Oh wow, big man himself entered the ring. Did you get big and brave after your mommy shoe-on head came to your defense? Begone, pedophile.
For entirely unrelated reasons.
Republicans fight to keep child marriage legal and voted for Roy Moore. Trump creeps on nude child beauty queens. Lowly porn communities are infested with far-right reactionaries and pedo enablers. Far-right 8chan is a haven for child porn. Leftism is anti-child rape. Uh-oh.
But wait, there's more. Because not only is pseudofawn...
Oh, there's Doe, the formerly deer, now cow-maxing on a private Twitter account, lusting for MAGA cock. Who would have guessed that the leftiest of us was lusting for MAGA cock? Who would have known?
Into pseudo-child porn, they're also into animals.
Hog, cow, whatever you want to do.
Yes, you did hear that correctly. In fact, why don't I just read you a few of the...
It's not even putting lipstick on a pig, it's putting a cow outfit on a pig. Holy shit.
The things that pseudofawn here has had to say about their unusual sexual proclivities.
Why is my
Faye
game doing
on
this?
Twitter, Faye is a name they used to go by, gently attempts jokes, avoids opinions on anything besides video games, makes only vague references to weird stuff. Faye speaking in private to a minor acquaintance. You'll like horsecock? I'm a big fan of deer pussy. I want to fuck 8 people at once. Dragon mommy dom. Jesus Christ, man. This one is in...
If someone walks up to you at a party, a minor acquaintance, and starts talking about, like, their extremely gross, extremely taboo fetishes, immediately run away. Don't think that they're quirky, right? If you're like some, early 20s dude, you just got the ability to go out to parties, go out, talk to random girls and shit. Do not talk to the girls who have the weird fetishes. It will be good for one night. It will never, ever, ever, it will never leave you. It will never leave you. You will be stained forever.
Apply to some pretty vomit-inducing furry porn, which I've cropped out for your own well-being. That goat/sheep thing where the whole skin runs up their tail. Why are people constantly surprised I'm a furry? Fawn replies, start drawing a lot more animal genitalia.
Can we also go back to the days where it's perfectly acceptable to say that furries are actual fucking weird ass degenerates? Please, for the love of God. I always forget about furries. But then at the last moment, right before it's fully out of my memory, one will show up on some fucking thread, right? Just like out of nowhere, like a porn bot advertising their art, their commission only fucking let's all draw Tony the Tiger with a giant fucking 48-inch hog, right? Furry art is cool. We'll just keep on watching.
Just to get the message across. I've seen some great collage pics from Oregon furs. Meanwhile, all I see here is ACAB, vegan, queer, text stickers, which is valid, but I want to see huge animal titty. I haven't played Pokemon since OG Ruby and Sapphire. All I know about the newer stuff is the Hex. Fawn. There's a lot of sex fuck Pokemon now, my dude. The NPCs ain't got shit on some of those literal animals. Zexoid. I ain't no pokefucker. Fawn. You're missing out on some good shit, bruh. I can't believe the guy behind McAfee Firewalls has actually fucked a dolphin. Fawn replies, dolphins have cool genitals, but don't fuck non-sapient things. I'm glad we're getting some ethics in today's zoophilia. Ratmeat replies, apparently he also tried to fuck a whale. This dude is a household name. Fawn follows up, orcas have cool genitals, but yeah, you get what I mean. I'm not sure I do, actually.
I don't either.
What do you mean, Fawn?
But Nikos are greater than furries. I don't even know what the fucking Nico is. Also, hey fellas, in your early 20s out there, lusting after some manic pixie dream girl at a party, if she comes up to you and starts talking about orca pussy, run the fuck away.
What did you mean by that? What did you mean when you said dolphins have cool genitals? What did that mean?
I'm not Googling it.
Oh my god.
Someone else Google that and tell me why they're interesting.
End it all right now. Less statues of historical racists, more statues of Pan and his goat cock. Now, I've had to censor this one pretty heavily because it leaves absolutely nothing to the imagination.
It's
and we
hard.
certainly
Come
cannot
on.
have goat penetration.
I would be down to figure out what kind of girl is into orca pussy, but I won't stick around to find out more. Fucking based. Sorry, Tron, you're going to have to edit the fuck out
And
of
we
this.
certainly cannot have goat penetration on this good Christian YouTube channel. I could keep going all day with these because there really is a limitless supply, but I'll leave you with this one. She got the fuck me everything. Her entire being was designed to scream, pound my cloaca hole, and give me fucked up hybrid babies. I have no words. I have nothing.
I ain't
These
paying
people
anyone
are
shit,
not
Rebel
seeing
Mango.
the pearly gates. I suppose we shouldn't be too surprised the mother of demons isn't going to make it to heaven, but there you go. I don't want to linger on pseudofaun for too long, but somehow it gets even worse, so let's move on to pseudofaun's presence on some other websites, like these Rule 34 websites that I happened to come across when googling their name. Pseudofaun is a part-time Rule 34 artist, doesn't just jack off to this shit and talk about it, but also draws it. So that's it's horrible, and a lot of it is just really fucking bad. So I've got a few pictures to show you here. Obviously, extremely censored. Can't be having any of this anywhere near YouTube. I don't wanna risk getting the channel banned on my first video. So you'll just have to imagine the fire. Yeah. To start with, we've got this frog giving a guy a foot job. It's interesting. We've got this
Why is it
pink
like clip
Yoshi
art?
thing. I don't know, with a fucked up nose.
Wait, hold on. You don't know what?
A foot job. It's interesting. We've got this pink Yoshi thing. I don't know, with a fucked up nose and very.
Well, we know that Jenny's not a pedophile because she's not a gamer. All right, every pedophile is a gamer. Not every gamer is a pedophile. Okay. But if you don't know who Birdo is, oof. Now, here's a question. Why does it look like clip art? Who in their right fucking mind would find clip art sexually attractive? Okay, I don't know who either of these, any of these people. Steve will do it, and Gorlak the Destroyer. I want to be nice, and I want to make a guess that this one is Gorlak the Destroyer. Gorlak is the chick? Ah, okay. Well, I was trying to be nice. Okay.
Disgusting. What is wrong with these? Okay, and we've got this sheep thing. I don't know, like maybe it's like another Pokemon. It's some kind of like strawberry looking dick, I guess. I don't even know what that is. It's described as big penis, so I guess that must be its dick. It's very red as well. You can't see it, but it's very, very red. And next to it, there's just a rabbit, like a pretty regular looking rabbit with a strained look on its face as it's apparently pushing an egg out of its vagina. Brilliant. Thanks for.
I'm freezing. What do you mean I'm freezing? Doesn't look like I'm freezing on my side. I'm loving the penis description portion of the video. Well,
I don't even know what that is.
Hear it again.
It's described as big penis, so I guess that must be its dick.
Ooh,
It's
link that
very
to me,
red as well.
SDA.
You can't see it, but it's very, very red. And next to it, there's just a rabbit, like a pretty regular looking rabbit with a strained look on its face as it's apparently pushing an egg out of its vagina. Brilliant. Thanks, Fawn. Some sort of demon with a dick tucked between its legs. Maybe that's meant to be Demon Mama. And there's just a mushroom sucking someone off. Why? I don't even know what the fuck this one's meant to be. I've censored the back of it because it looks like it might be sexual, but I honestly
it's just
cannot
a
tell.
fetus or
Oh, it's
some
tagged
shit.
as cloaca, so I guess that must be what that is. I don't really want to think about that too much. Then we've got this dog character that Fawn seems to be pretty fond of. I think it might be their fursona. Yeah, it's got multiple.
The thing that really fucks me up about furries is when, like, the more furry it becomes, the more disgusting it is. Like, if you're adding on the, like, titties on the stomach like an actual dog, wait, hold on, that's not a dog. It's like a sheep. But yeah, that's just really like the closer you get to anatomically correct animal, the more disgusting of a human being you are.
Nipples. It's not very anthropomorphized. It's got like the full dog nipples and everything, and a big cock as well, of course. Then we got this one. It's just a creeper with its vagina out. It's horrible. Oh god. Yeah, I feel like the tone of this commentary is a bit different to the some of the previous commentary, because this is just. Oh, it's so much more graphic. Like the rest of it, I had some kind of distance between myself and what I was looking at. Like it was just text I was reading, but now I'm actually seeing it, and it's like, oh god, okay, this is real now. It feels very real. Okay, then we've got Fawn's dog persona again, a few more times. This one, these last two are like especially disgusting because they're like very, very dog-like. Like you've got paws and everything in there. You've got the nipples, like the multiple dog nipples. You've got like lying down like a dog with like their paws up and shit. It's horrifying shit. So with these horrific images now thoroughly burned into my mind forever, let's see what else we've got. Demon Mama has repeatedly gone to bat for people who spread potentially life-ruining lies about people that she doesn't like, especially other streamers. As long as the person telling the lies is on her side, and the person being lied about is somebody that she's fallen out with, there isn't really anything that's off limits. After a fellow leftist streamer called Maddie Cakes accused Destiny of being a groomer with absolutely zero evidence except for vibes, Demon Mama had this to say.
Guys, like, holy fuck. I don't care if you think, like, Maddie was slightly irresponsible or jumped the gun or whatever. I don't fucking care. The fact that the predominant narrative is that Maddie just made up everything, come on, that's fucking stupid. Most of you will never get this. You never will understand what it's like to...
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Maddie made up literally everything. Bro, spoiler alert. 100%. I remember at that time I was still a lefty, and I was like, I wasn't like friends with Maddie. I don't think at any point, because I didn't have very many like friends on streaming. But I remember messaging her like, "Hey, so tell me what's going on here, right?" Like I wanted to believe women, believe all women. But holy shit, dude, holy shit, there was just like kind of like evasiveness around the questions, right? So I was like, okay, well, I guess we'll just have to see. And then like literally I think like 5 or 10 minutes after I had messaged her, someone pointed out the photoshopping of the fucking screen caps, dog. It was so fucking bad, dude. I'm so glad. Wait, hold on. Let me catch up with you guys on chat. Imagine how much of these people's minds just focus on fucking things. I think that comes up later on. If not, then I'll grab the screenshot of it. But yeah, there like if you're thinking about sex that much, you have some sort of problem. You have something wrong. Maddie's entire online presence and work history was fabricated too. No shit. I didn't even know that. Maddie called Prime a rapist? Okay. So many Twitch lefties reveal themselves to be more lucky over the course of a year. Yeah, I mean, true. I mean, that's kind of where I was, but I think I just like bought into all of like the niceness. I've said this before. I bought into all the niceness of socialist rhetoric. Like, oh, we want people to have food. We want people to have housing. We want this, that, and the other. And yeah, I want people to have all those things too. But like, dude, the behavior of the left after I started learning a little bit more about economics, moving to more of like a sock dim position, right? Still had all those same positions. I want everyone to have housing. I just like, how do we get that actually accomplished in the real world? Man, that was the death knell for me having any more lefty friends, dude. Holy shit.
To be told constantly that you're making everything up and that you're fucking insane. It is mass gaslighting that is just so fucked up, and it drives you insane until you just say, fuck it, I don't give a shit. Apparently Maddie said that Destiny was a sexual abuser. Okay, so what? It's not like Destiny doesn't do that every other fucking day. She was accused.
Hey, you know what? Hey guys, I do want to just like point out, see how she just does not care about, false allegations, right, with no proof whatsoever. We're going to go over some tweets at the end of this. All right, we're going to find those tweets from people in her community who seem to very much care about, allegations even when there is evidence. So we'll just we'll peek on through. We'll just peek on through.
Accused of faking death threats. It's fucking stupid. That's fucking ridiculous.
You kind of have to respect the shamelessness. Not only does she just completely sidestep the grooming accusations, she also implies that they're true and says that no one should care because Destiny does the same thing himself. Does she give any evidence of this? No, of course not. But trust me, bro, he definitely does.
It is mass gaslighting that is just so fucked up.
Well, she's not wrong about that. And by the way, those death threats that Maddie was accused of faking, well, it turns out that she probably did fake them as part of a play to garner sympathy after getting shit for all the false grooming accusations. Unfortunately for her, her right-clicking skills weren't quite up to par, and she faked them in a way that made it really obvious what she'd done, and completely exposed herself, not just for faking the threats, but also being pathetically bad at it.
Let me see what she said. I forgot what she said to him. Masmero likely faked all the screenshots she posted earlier of the death threat she received. I won't be appearing on any more shows with her until she posts either A, a video or compelling evidence for her claims, or B, a full apology. Leave me the fuck alone. You're basing this entire accusation on a fucking mark made when I accidentally hit markup while cropping the screenshot. Leave me the fuck alone. Spoiler alert. She admitted to faking it to Destiny in a private conversation, which he recorded. Did he ever leak that conversation, by the way? Did he ever play a single bit of that on stream? Because I feel like at some point he did, and I would love that just for like a little amuse-bouche, you know? Just a little taste of that, if that's out there.
So, was Demon Mama finally ready to take the L?
Do you think that that person deserves to have tens of thousands of people calling them a lying, manipulative woman who's trying to undermine their enjoyment of the internet? Where on earth has the understanding of reciprocity gone? Even if Maddie did do something bad, there is no chance in hell that that is a reciprocal response. I'm begging you to understand this. This is the norm.
So if you put out an allegation and it's false, but the person who is falsely accusing you of something fakes those allegations, you're not allowed to respond because of reciprocity, the reciprocity of it all, right? We can do whatever we want, even if it's completely fake, and we're accusing you of some seriously heinous shit. How dare you respond to that in any way, shape, or form? But again, you're going to take actual screenshots of my fucking girlfriend saying that she specifically wants to jerk it to little baby boy penis? Bro, you're just shaming someone for their sexual desires. How fucked up are you? Like, bro, they like literally have no principles whatsoever.
Every single fucking woman, every single fucking femme in this space has this happen. You say one thing out of line. This is so motherfucking constant.
Why would you fake allegations against the single largest platformer in the space at the time and expect any other response? Well, I'll tell you, friend. I'm not going to say that women will just do things and never expect any kind of consequences for their actions because they never face consequences in their real life. But some people are like that. And I would never say that.
People to become aware of it, and I know that most of us here are aware of it. I'm probably preaching to the choir a little bit, but God, please fucking God.
Absolutely fucking not. In fact, anyone attacking Maddie over this was just a misogynist. It's got nothing to do with the false grooming accusations at all. And in case you're thinking that this was just a one-off incident, it wasn't. After her own moderators repeatedly accused Destiny of being a rapist, again, with zero evidence, in her own chat, she went to bat for them as well.
Isn't this the person that literally, Vermin Hands is special ID inside of the chat when literally they're throwing out rapist accusations towards Destiny with absolutely no evidence to be able to back up the claim?
To my knowledge, Vermin has never accused anybody of rape. It sounds like you're just making something up, literally ass-pulling it. Real quick, we have just done a stalk on our own site. The only time that Vermin has ever used the word rape at all was talking about a story that happened to them. Once again, literally making up nonsense.
I remember this
Oh,
shit.
you checked further. They called Destiny Rapestiny 3 days ago. I don't fucking care.
Hold on, I want to...
Oh, you checked further. They called Destiny Rape...
Now Rapestini's fans flock to support Mr. Girl, their rapist, abusive pedophile, and now Rapestini. Everyone who is genuinely surprised, you're fucking stupid. Rapestini... Oh man, I wish we had the full thing there. Rapestini keeps on regressing. This is your brain on Rapestini content. Rapestini, not Vosh. Jesus fucking Christ. Rapestini strikes again. Oh no, she's never accused someone of being a rapist.
Rapestini 3 days ago. I don't fucking care.
And of course, when it comes to people lying about people that she likes, well, that's a completely different story.
Cactus has made so many false allegations
Cactus,
against
friend of
Doe
the
over the
stream.
course of years. Cactus has said that Doe has committed crimes that it didn't commit. And Zonia has obsessively tweeted about and at just lying, derangedly obsessing about my partner's gender.
So just to recap it, if you slander someone as a rapist, basically accuse them of being a groom...
I also want to point out that people really wouldn't even have that much ammunition against Doe, because Doe doesn't really engage in the space except for to quote tweet people occasionally nowadays, right? People wouldn't even have that much ammunition if Doe didn't make her entire personality her fucking gender. Like, that's like something that I learned very, very early on, okay? You can't make one thing your entire personality, right? For a while, I was that kid. My entire personality was video games, retro video games, fucking loved them, right? I was a gamer. That was my personality for about 6 months until I realized how fucking cringy it was, right? Hey, thank you for the gifted sub, SDA. I really appreciate that. But, it's one thing to make your entire personality like video games or I like Narnia or whatever the fuck, right? But if your entire personality is just your gender, that is just so depressing. It means you have nothing more interesting about yourself to talk about than your gender identity, which should be just one of the most the least important part of a person is their gender. And in my opinion, personally, it's probably one of the least important aspects to your personality, for people to get to know you, for you to discuss with other people, right? Like for trans people, I'll give a little bit more leeway, but again, it's all about like how much you do that shit. And if you do it a lot, if your entire personality is just, I'm going to be the gender person that always talks about fucking gender, like that's unbelievably cringe. It really bugs the fuck out of me because there's so many things in the world that you can do with your time, right? You can have so many hobbies besides reading esoteric tomes on what gender is or isn't.
Rumor and fake death threats coming from their community, that's completely fine, no problem. But if you dare to lie about someone's
Oh, hold on. Perfect point. I would argue most trans people's goal is not to have gender be a big deal. Like they just want to be a woman, man, and move on. Right. But these people actively campaign against that kind of mindset. They say that people that don't want their gender for first and foremost in their personality are essentially like the Uncle Toms of the trans movement. It's fucking disgusting.
Gender, well, that's crossing the line. Well, this has been a pretty heavy video, and I'm sure that DemonMama's community feel that I've slandered them in some way, but at least they still have their Discord, a safe space where nothing bad ever happens. Right? Right?
Literally, why does it matter? People who make being LGBT their entire personality annoy me. I mean, wouldn't it bother you if somebody used the wrong pronouns? No, because it's obvious what my pronouns are. Great, and for some people it may not be the case, which is why we have to have these discussions. Okay, but who cares what you identify as?
Having the discussion is different than making it your entire personality.
Oh, the privilege of never having to explain your identity to someone. See, this is exactly why we have to have these conversations, because you think we make it our entire personality.
No, there is a difference. Let me be clear. There is a difference between having conversations about a certain topic, whether it's gender or whatever the fuck, on a regular basis and making it your entire personality. Doe makes it her entire personality.
When really we're just trying to be understood. Oh, I'm not privileged. That's your key takeaway? Never mind. Literally, why does it...
Epic ownage. Epic ownage. Okay. Oh, hold on. I forgot. Okay. We have to mute this part of the stream because of the copyright that it's going to trigger. And then I'm also going to turn this off and make this really big. And we're going to pause a whole bunch because I have no clue what any of this part was because I was only listening earlier. So let's see what this is. Okay, they're all bottoms except Dennis Prager. He's just a rapist. Okay. No way Fuentes isn't taking dick. I'm 16. I'm 16 too. Uh-oh. I'm 16 and 14-year-olds are infants. I'm 17. Walsh's voice is super nice too, but he just has to be a piece of garbage. You know, we can find you kidlets some sexier daddy types to swoon over than Matt fucking Walsh is saying. Was this one of the people that they said were underage? Sorry, 1 second. I just want to see if there's like if they're keeping up with like the names or some shit. Okay, Unlucky Charms, got it. Okay, don't know. Temp ban tier. Okay, rule 3. While we're a sex-positive space and allow for the discussion of sex and sexual humor, this is not a not safe for work server. We do not allow sexually suggestive images or nudity in the server, blah, 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 blah. We wish to facilitate a space where people of all ages can learn about politics and feel free from having to be the object of sexual attention. I would fuck you... Would you fuck an IRL version of Siri Alexa, though? But you mentioned that because of hentai, blah, blah, blah. Are these people minors? I can't tell. Jesus Christ, what is the editing here? A hole is a hole, talking about fucking dolphins again. I'm a bottom. Well, I'm a major top, so, So there's lots of horny posting. Lots of horny posting. Believe me, I want to. Trouble is I'm 16 and poor. Wait, hold on. Was that directly in response to what they were just talking about? Big dick bottoms exist. I'm interested. This is why our server will never have porn. Listen, this is why you should never, ever, ever have porn in a Discord server or sexual talk. Okay, I thought it was going to be a bunch of like underage people. It's just they're constantly horny. Oh shit, wait, hold on. What was the highlighted I'll be waiting? Oh no. I refuse to go into detail because I'm 17 and this is a not safe for work chat. I will be waiting. Ooh, that sounds sus. Jesus Christ. For a 1 out of 10 meme, listen, I can't even play it. Like, listen, it's free bird. Wait, what? What was that last one? Sub to my OnlyFans and you'll find out. Damn, you just told a minor to sub to your OnlyFans. Bad luck. Okay. Okay, so it's just, I think the ending of the video is just a bunch of horny posting and child flirtation. Okay, that's kind of gross. Wait, what was the last meme?
This is pathetic content.
Absolutely. Absolutely pathetic. All right, so now we're going to run over to twitter.com really quick. Twitter.com. Okay, I'm ready to give the official take. Hold on, give me 1 second. I just want to do this really quick. Let's go to my friend's Twitter right here. If you want to follow my friend's Twitter, it's at EasyGamerGG. He's a very cool dude. He shares all of my opinions. So we have some cope posts here. I haven't read all of it, but I did read this, and I thought that was really fucking stupid. Not only does it pedo jacket Demon Mama, but her partner Pseudofawn as well. Not pedo jacketing if they're actually saying that they want to see anatomically correct Shota dick. Okay? But let's read through some of these posts. Now, this is someone that's in Demon Mama's community. Okay? I don't know if they're a mod or whatever the fuck, right? But, you know, they're getting some likes on their shit. Jenny Matrix's Demon Mama hit piece is absolutely disgusting, and I would tell her to be ashamed of posting it if it weren't for the fact that there's a dark abyss where her soul should be. Ugh. 20 full minutes of doing the exact same thing that deranged DGGers do to Vosh when they call him a pedophile. This was not that. Oh, I closed out the tab. This was not that, okay? This was the Fawn person explicitly asking people to draw baby dicks better. I don't have Twitter account to decide a long time. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty fucked up. It's pretty stupid. I don't know what else to call this other than Nazi shit. Plain old porn is degeneracy, and people who argue for more sexual freedom and openness literally want to have sex with fetuses. Except for she was actually calling herself a Shota fan. Literally saying that she watches a whole bunch of Shota shit, reads a whole bunch of Shota shit, wants to see the little boy dicks drawn in better proportions and shit. Like, that's some freaky shit. That's some weird ass shit, right? Oh, and this section is just fucking pathetic. And Jenny's just going, won't somebody please think of poor Destiny? Poor little small bean Destiny needs to be protected from the big bad trans streamer Uwu. And of course, Jenny does the whole, oh, but when it happens to you and your friends, it's not so fun now, is it? And then proceeds to show a video of Demon Mama talking about her literal e-stalkers. It's like these people don't even watch the videos it's like they don't even understand what the point of any of the screen caps are, what any of the overall thesis of the video is. They just completely glaze over that and they're like, these people are mean and they're probably evil and they this is definitely Nazi shit. It's really pathetic. These people are doing the exact same thing that Jenny said that they do in the video. Guess we know what community Flamenco is going to join next. That is a deep cut fucking meme right there. I haven't thought of that guy in a long fucking time. Holy shit, dude. Okay.
Yeah, I just figured I'd wait in there and give you your space.
Gotcha. What's up, buddy?
So I'll start this out by saying L pedophilia. Yeah. Mind being attracted to minors, not the best thing.
Good.
The short and sweet version of the objectively correct position here is everybody is focusing way too much on debating like how old they actually are or what their depiction looks like or the varying degrees of severity, but in reality it's all the digital depictions of minors, right? Regardless of how you kind of cut the cake. Now, from a legal perspective, in the United States, and typically we refer to California law in particular because it's where everybody's hosted, the digital depictions of minors are not illegal. They are protected under free speech, and there's a lot of really interesting stuff surrounding that, but it's really not that important. Just as it stands, it's not illegal. And I think that's a good thing. I do not believe that it is worth the amount of resources and effort to ban and restrict this content at the federal or maybe even state level, because it would detract from actual enforcement against CEM material and other kind of child exploitation.
Yeah, I don't have much of an opinion on the legality of it because I just don't know what the implications of making it illegal are. But I like when it comes to like Shota or Lolita or whatever the fuck, I think that the thing to look for is whether or not people are sexualizing the children, right? Like I gave an example. I don't know the name of the anime, but there was like one that's a slice of life, and it's just kind
like
of like
Nichi Jami something. Yeah, it's like they have the wind up girl, and yeah, I
have no fucking clue. I've never watched it, but there's like 2 scenes in it, right, that I've seen. Right, it's just a cutesy anime, nothing sexual going on in there.
The other one is like Doki Doki Literature Club. Is like
isn't that a video game?
I don't know, maybe.
Okay. But
I remember I grew up anime adjacent, not in it.
Yeah, no, I wasn't like a super big, anime nerd.
That's just the legal frame.
Right,
that,
but what
like,
I'm saying
enforcing the ban like by law would like waste a lot of resources, as well as it would make like actual enforcement harder. So when we're talking about our online communities, we're talking about legally within the confines of the law, but also like what kind of communities we want to generate and how we want to govern ourselves. And largely, the internet has decided that any level of sexualization of minors, whether it is digital or otherwise, is pretty much unacceptable in 99% of the places on the internet.
Based.
Right? Okay? And that's a good thing. The bad thing would be is if we started to try and push to make it like a definite, like, illegal thing on the law level. Because even though we have gotten to this point, a lot of people have forgotten how acceptable it was to do that back in the early days. Reddit themselves and their moderators, admins and moderators of Reddit today, were mods of the R-Jailbait and Upskirt subreddits back then, where they would literally post teenagers in suggestive clothing, right? 4chan used to also tolerate some level of posting of non-nude underage people in suggestive ways. It was very clear and apparent that that was way too far, and it only lasted for so and so long, and we are so glad it did, because it was very clear and evident that that was a clear and direct route to further child exploitation. And they banned it from Reddit, they banned it from 4chan, they shoved them all off their website, they started cooperating with the FBI, they realized like this is a horribly dangerous thing because CEM material are the bionuclear chemical weapons of the internet. You don't want to know about them, you don't want to hear about them, you don't want them anywhere near you. Right?
Right. If even 4chan and Reddit mods are like, okay, well, this is too far. We've gone, all this like weird shit is a bit too far. If even like the 4chan people are saying that it's too far, and then we have people like DemonMama out here defending this shit, it feels like they've just completely lost the plot. It's just whatever my friends do is okay, and whatever other people do is always bad.
There are absolutely certain times and places and spaces to discuss the more indelicate details of those kind of emotions and feelings that people seem to demonstrate. Probably not the best to have them on a stream in public where everybody can clip and record you and you have no ability to control the conversation, right?
Right.
And especially not if you're the person who's implicated in the whole thing. Really,
or if you're defending like your partner or something, right?
Now, here is the caveat. When it comes, that is for actual CEM or suggestive CEM material. The caveat is when it comes to the digitally produced content, is that 4chan allows that, but only on a certain board, the random board, right? Where there's literally no rules.
Right.
Because largely on the internet, even Reddit to some degree, understands the importance and the efficacy of a containment policy. If we ban it outright in totality, they're going to find ways to disseminate it anyway. So we would rather create a little space where we know where it is and where they can hang out and where they can do all their retarded pedophilic shit, however you feel about it, right? And to avoid it. Right?
I mean, I'm glad that it's relegated to certain parts of certain websites.
That's just specifically 4chan, right?
Yeah.
They're like, okay, we're an overwhelmingly anime-based forum. We have a lot of this kind of culture. We're just going to give them their tiny little place where they have to compete with everybody else posting gore and scat and all the other horrible shit, right? We're throwing them into the washing machine is more of the concept.
Yeah.
It's similar to what they do with the Nazis on politically incorrect, right? Yeah.
This is basically how I look at it. I think that if you are the kind of person that likes Lolita in a sexual sense, there's probably some like underlying issue with like, I don't have the language for it. I'm sure there are like psychological like words for this.
The suggestion usually is that they were a victim themselves of some level of abuse or neglect.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, more what I was speaking to is like there's some sort of like sexual dysfunction, but that makes it sound
sourced from
Yeah, so wherever the source is from, right? And to be like bragging about that, actively like endorsing it, and to be telling people, I love little Shota boy dicks or whatever the fuck. Now we're at a point where okay, you're not even like hiding that shit. This is too far for me. This is super fucking weird. This is super fucking uncomfortable. I don't want you near me at all, right?
Well, it is super fucking weird and it's super fucking uncomfortable, but I am so glad that these fucking idiots are willing to do this publicly so I know about it. Right? I would rather know who the Nazis are and know who's jerking off to depictions of minors and who's comfortable telling everybody publicly about it than them being able to hide in plain sight and just giggle and make secret jokes to each other, right?
Yeah.
It's also horribly disgusting. But
yeah. The only thing that like really bothers me is that for these people in particular, they will never, ever, ever, ever have any actual repercussions or any actual like blowback, because even if
just imagine if it was Destiny tweeting this shit or Melina.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
But like even their mods at the beginning of the video, they showed screenshots of mods for Demon Mama saying like Lolita defense is fucking abhorrent, right? If you like Shotokan, you're like actually a pedophile, like all these mods, but they will immediately change their entire fucking tune the second that it's attacking someone that they actually
have
do
a
like.
vested interest or connection or
like they don't have any principles about actually, disliking pedophilia, right? They'll just find some way to excuse it. And that's the thing that's ultra disgusting to me about it.
Well, I mean, it's kind of the old trope of like your most projected insecurity comes out as like intense hatred. So like going out and having to declare, yeah, pedophilia bad all the time kind of looks weird. And then when it turns out that you were engaging in similar behavior, it is like now you're really deep in the shit.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, that's just I know some people might disagree and said whoever is on is just wrong. But I'm a person who grew up on the internet. I've watched websites and communities grow and develop and explore forms of self-governorship. And it seems like the current standards, the status quo on all this of like leaving it legal, but like letting websites determine how far they want to take it. I think that either if you are gonna take it, go all the way. But if you're not, you have to find some place to stop. And 4chan, I think, does a fine job at finding that place to stop.
Right.
I do think that they probably need to the FBI needs to be a little more intensive, like with their Discord shit.
Do you think that there is like you're saying that it probably shouldn't be illegalized because it would take up a lot of resources. Do you?
Well,
I've heard arguments about people saying like, well, maybe if they have access to these things, then they're less likely to offend. Do you think that that's true, or do you think it's like indicative of a desire? I have no.
I think that. Okay, so we're a very westernized perspective on this, right?
Uh-oh. We're about to get some 1,000-year-old dragon and a 10-year-old body memes, aren't we?
No. What I mean is, I think that for like most people around the world who somehow skim across this content, whether it's intentional or unintentional, they don't like get obsessed with it or are particularly perturbed by it. It's usually just like they were scrolling Twitter and they didn't know or some shit. Vosh has literally said the clip of everybody's looked at Wally before. Like, no, Vosh, not in the way that you're describing. They might see it and keep going, but fucking everybody is like, what's the modern trend but to like take your children's TV show and like age them up and draw them different sexy shit, right? So I'm not going to make any level of claims of like this will prevent offense or anything, but you also can't claim that it will drive offensive behavior. But it is certainly cause for concern and would allude to some less than well-adjusted desires in that realm. and you should do your best to avoid it and address those with a therapist rather than like telling everybody what you're jerking off to. Because I've argued with people on Twitter before, and they have an anime PFP, and usually they're fine, but then you find the one who, like, their buddy comes in and they act like they know each other super well, and it's literally the meme of the two sweaty neckbeards typing, "Oh, we're so cute," at each other, and you check their follows, and there it's literally like just, okay, all right, this is what we're dealing with.
This is where we're at right now, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey,
anyway,
man.
that's all I had.
Yeah, thanks for coming in, buddy.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
Have a good
Catch
evening.
ya. Bye. All righty. Well, now we're done with the segment.